everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and I'm here with Fred and Tracker, and I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what the plan for this week is, and it's going to be market prepping. I'm not doing a challenge this week. I've been doing a lot of challenges lately, so I'm not doing any challenge. I'm just going to be working on market prepping. It is actually 6 p.m. here, and it was my first day of the week to market prep, and I did get some work done. I had some extra yarn in this color and in this color, and so I went ahead and made a bunch of little things that I knew I'd be able to get finished with the yarn. And so here we go. Let me show you what I have done so far. I have this little loaf kitty. This is a Lauren crochet pattern, and I have this little kitty done as well. And then I still had some yarn left in each color, so I went ahead and made a leggy frog because they're quick, easy, don't need a pattern. I know the pattern by heart. So I made one leggy frog, and then I made 2 leggy frogs in the blue color because I had more of the blue than I did of the purple. Don't mind the boys in the background, they're playing PlayStation. So I have the blue frogs here, and then I still had a little bit yarn left, not a whole lot, but enough to do another small project. So I decided to make a couple manta rays out of the Chez Doux Coton pattern. So I was able to do this one. I just carried the color to the bottom as well. So I did this one. I finished off that skein of yarn, and then I made this one and finished off this skein of yarn. So I got a bunch of things done for market prepping. So we have lots of market prepping that we need to get done. So Fred and Tracker are going to go ahead and hang out with me while I get some more crocheting done. So not sure how much more I'll get done tonight. I did get to use up that leftover yarn that I wanted to use up that I just showed you. So that's awesome. I do want to do some more of using up some yarn that I have extra just to clean out my stash. And I want to do a mix of medium and small items. Just laid back, get done what I want to do whenever I want to do it. Editing Ashley here. Who was I kidding? Of course I had to create some kind of challenge for this video because that is what kind of inspires me to continue doing all of these videos for you guys and continuing to crochet. So I decided that the challenge for this time, since I started crocheting and finishing up a bunch of skeins of yarn, is going to be crocheting up skeins of yarn. So I'm going to see how many skeins of yarn I can complete. Maybe they are partial skeins or full skeins, and I am going to go through the entire skein until it's done before I move on to a different color. The reason I added this little challenge is because I've gone through 3 skeins already by doing this without even actively thinking about it. So I figured I have a lot of yarn that is stashed away that I have not been using. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to de-stash some yarn. So back to your regular programming here, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. To update on what I made, I decided to grab this pink frosting yarn, Bernat blanket frosting, and make this bunny. So this is a Madeline Mayco bunny. So I made one out of this, and it turned out really cute. I ended up doing embroidered eyes on it, and then I decided I wanted to do another bunny in the same color yarn, just really know what else I wanted to do in that yarn. And I did need to make another one of the bunnies in my own pattern. So this is my juniper bunny that I made. I don't know, do you think her eyes look a little angry? She looks maybe a little angry. Whenever I try to do eyelashes, I find it makes my animals look angry. Should I readjust the eyebrows so that, or the eyelashes I should say, so that it doesn't look so angry? I don't know, looking at her now in this camera, she looks angry. But let me know what you think of her eyelashes, if I should redo them or not. But I ended up doing her. And like I said, this is my pattern that I needed to make another one of them. I didn't have any with Actually, I don't have any at all for my markets in the juniper pattern, so I decided to make one with the ears up. So I would have a floppy bunny and a ear up bunny. And then I had a little bit of yarn left, so I went ahead and made another one of Lauren.Crochet's Loaf Cat patterns. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have enough of that pink frosting yarn for the cat, so I did do stripes with the lighter frosting. Oh my goodness, she's all full of fuzz. So I did the lighter frosting color for stripes, which is very subtle. You can't really tell very much, but she does have striping going on in her tail and her body. And I did end up having enough of the pink to make the cat, but what I decided to do is I made a stingray. So this is how much yarn I had left. So I was able to do the body, but not the embroidering around it. And then I used up that frosting in this color as well. And I ran out of yarn right here. But I do have another skein of this frosting color, so I will finish it up. And I think my plan is to finish it up with this on the bottom, and then the weaving on the top will be that color as well. I was wondering if I should do a different color pink to incorporate, but I don't have any more frosting yarn, and I find it's slightly thinner than Bernat blanket, so I might as well just use the frosting for the whole thing, and it should look okay. So that's what my plan is, but I do have to pull that yarn out. I'm not really sure where I put it, so I have to find that skein. I know I have it somewhere, I just have to find it. And then I will have this finished. So that is everything I got done today. It is kind of late, so I'm not sure if I will be able to finish anything else tonight. Maybe I'll get to the stingray, maybe not. I'll update you guys tomorrow on what I decide to make and if I use another skein of yarn. Okay guys, I picked out my next yarn skeins that I am going to complete. So I have this. So this is that super bulky yarn. I ended up getting this as a bulk value pack bag from Premier Yarns. And it didn't tell me what color I was going to get. It just sent a random bag of yarn, and this is what I ended up with. And so I think I'm going to make one of my dragon snugglers in this. I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough of this color to finish the dragon snuggler, and then the white will be the accent colors. This is a Hobie extra big or whatever they're called yarn. So I'm going to pair these two together to use up this. And then I also have had this in my cabinet. As you can see, the label's falling off, but I've had this in my cabinet for a long time. I bought this yarn. I made a super cute dog out of it a couple years ago now. And I bought more to plan to make another one of those socks. I haven't made it, so I might as well use this yarn for something else. And so I am thinking snakes and spiders would be awesome with this skein of yarn. So that is the plan for this one. So we will see what I end up coming up with for these skeins and how much I can get through. So hey guys, a little update on what has been going on, what I've been crocheting. First off, I did get to finish this guy. Is how he turned out. I think he turned out pretty cute. I have to put his little mouth, I just realized, but I think he turned out pretty cute. And then that skein of the blue yarn that I showed you that I wanted to work on, well, I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4. 5 and 6, so 6 spiders, the jumping spiders from Handmade by Nikelle. So 6 jumping spiders. I had actually started with 1 snake, so I made 1 snake, and then I moved on to spiders, and I wanted to get 4 spiders done, so I made 4 of the spiders, and then I made another snake, and I still had yarn left over, so I made 2 more spiders because I had lots of yarn left over. And then that finally finished up most of my skein, but not all of it. So I ended up getting this little chicken out of it too. I ran out obviously halfway through the skein, and so I just threw in some white, but a fun little chicken, the tiny chicken that I enjoy making. So perfect for market prepping. I did need to make a few more of these chickens, so now I have 1 of those done. And that is everything I got done out of this blue yarn. It did take me 2 days to make all of these things just because I hadn't been feeling very well, and so I mostly just chilled out that day, trying to recuperate from some back pain and just discomfort. And so today I was able to finish off the rest of these items. And so I do want to tackle that yellow, really thick yarn. See if I can get a dragon snuggler out of that yarn. We'll see what happens if I can do a complete dragon out of that yarn, or if I'm gonna have to incorporate some of the white into it or another color into it to get it completed. Finished off my little dragon I was planning on making. I had enough of that yarn for him, and then let's put him on my shoulder here. And then I was also able to make a leggy frog. So I made him, but then I tried to make a couple different things out of what I have left over, and it's just not long enough to make anything with. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet. If I can't find a project to use it on, I'll probably just use it as like stuffing, because it's super soft and that way it doesn't go to waste. But it's so little bit of yarn, I'm really not sure what to do with it, especially since it's that super thick, bulky yarn. It has to go with other super thick, bulky yarns, and I really don't have many of those left. So we will see what happens with this. So I guess not completely done with this yarn, but yeah, this was also extra that I had found. I had that skein of yarn. And then I found some extra stashed away in my cabinet downstairs, and so I pulled it out. So this is actually more yarn than I thought I actually had. I tried doing a tiny bird. I didn't have enough. I tried doing a stingray. I didn't have enough. Actually, I might be able to try the other stingray pattern and see if I can have enough doing it that way. So let me try that out first. Hey guys, I'm back. So I had tried the Theresa's Crochet Shop stingray pattern, or mini Man Ray pattern, and it did not work. It wasn't even close. So I switched up. I thought about it when I was talking to you guys last of trying the Chez Doux Coton stingray pattern, and I kind of unintentionally made a fried egg, but Man Ray style. So kind of funny, but kind of cute at the same time, a little bit maybe. So I ran out of the yellow right when I was going to do the increases of the little wings or flippers or whatever you want to call them of the stingray, and so I just had the white with me, so it's like I'm just gonna keep going and see how it turns out. I was like, I don't think I'm really gonna like it, but we'll play with it. And then I got to the end, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I made a fried egg. So I have a little ocean fried egg. So I showed it to my son, and I said, oh my goodness, Owen, look, what should I call this? It's an eggy stingray. And I kept throwing out these random things. I was like, it's a sunny side up ray. It's this, it's that. And he said, it's an ocean egg, Mom. And I said, oh my goodness, that is perfect. So I made myself a little ocean egg. I think someone will think this is a lot of fun, and it's very whimsical in a way. So I unintentionally made myself a fried egg, but stingray style. So yeah, has anyone done that before? Unintentionally made something that kind of worked? Let me know down in the comments. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow now. I found another skein of yarn. I want to use up partially used skein of this tweed. I'm going to make some mini chickens. We'll see what else I get up to. Hey guys, we're on the last day, and I did end up using this last skein of yarn. I decided to do a Loaf Cat. This is the AnnieCarraway Loaf Cat. I did the Lauren.Crochet's Loaf Cat, the mini kitty. And I used some black on it because I was running out of the tweed color. So I used some black, and I think it came out really cute. I wish I had done that on the bigger one as well. And then I did make 2 mini chickens. And that skein is all done. I was hoping to get more done today, but I had a busy day. And so now we're gonna go hang out together, and that will be it for this video. Not as many as I could potentially have gotten through, because I feel like I can get through a skein in a day if I make a bigger project. But for the size projects I did do, I think it was a pretty successful week in crochet. So that is it for now, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Add a little cat emoji down in the comments below to let me know you got all the way through this video. And if you want to share which was your favorite project that I did this week, you can let me know that too. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye!